We're live. Hello, insiders. Meghan Markle. This is a disaster. Now, I told you a few days ago exactly why this happened, and boom, I was right. So, another time you insiders have been ahead of the curve. So, let's discuss exactly what's going on. Meghan and Harry, as we know, went to the baby to baby event where they were pictured with Serena Williams. They went in the same outfits. I told you that was a huge faux pas and that they're obviously not listening to the team of however many people they are employing, the ones left, the ones that haven't run for the hills, like Emily Robinson and the other 9. So they went to this baby to baby event and were pictured looking very happy, wanting to be seen. But then they went to the Kardashians event and the poop hit the fan. So they were photographed with Kim and with Chris. And the pictures then miraculously disappeared. Just looking in the chat. Hello, everyone. Nice to see you. So the pictures disappeared. Now, I told you, Kim Kardashian does not make mistakes when it comes to social media because this is her life. She lives for this. She's obsessed with social media. She probably doesn't even go out into the real world. It's probably just like the whole time. She's probably worse than a teenager on their phone. So the pictures came down and everyone was hypothesizing what's going on. And I said to you, this is because Meghan has kicked off, in my opinion. This is because Meghan has not approved these pictures. Lo and behold, what happens? Let's just add this to the stage. Harry and Meghan's photogate leaves Kardashian clan upset. Sussex is demanded not to be pictured inside Kris Jenner's 70th birthday party before mystery deletion. Now, before we read that, I just want to say, you don't go to a Kardashian or Jenner party and not want to be photographed. Earth to Meghan, come back to planet Earth. What planet are you on? And this just reinforces every single thing I have said to you guys. And I am so glad that you are now following Lauren the Insider and you know real commentary from a former PR insider, because this is so obvious. Meghan's ego, it can't handle Hollywood and it can't handle hierarchy. Now, remember, I've also consistently told you that the reason it didn't work with the royal family is because there's the top-down monarchy. You fall into line or you go. They went. So going to a Kardashian Jenner party, you don't mess with the Kardashians. The power they have in Hollywood around the globe is so huge. If Kris Jenner says jump, you say how high, when, where do you want me? Whatever you want, Kris, I will do. Because she's not just powerful when it comes to the likes of Disney and Hulu and any broadcaster. She does products, she does endorsements. She has built, whether we like the Kardashians or not, nothing can take away from the fact that this is a woman that gets what she wants. And we know these stories early on when Meghan joined the royal family. It was Meghan gets what Meghan wants. Well, let me tell you, Meghan Markle, Kris Jenner gets what Kris Jenner wants. And so going into battle with the most powerful entertainment family in the world, you are never, ever working in Hollywood again. I'm afraid this is potentially your worst move, Meghan, because you have gone up against the matriarch, the woman that runs Hollywood. She is not to be messed with. And so we will read this article. But one thing I want to tell you, insiders, is it's often hard to work out when things are out in the press. Is this reliable? Is this a puff piece? Categorically, let me tell you, the Kardashians have the Mail online on speed dial. They may as well. This is how close, allegedly, the Kardashians work with the Mail online. From my experience, they may as well have a desk in that office and a laminate pass to go in. There's the copy, enter. They control the narrative. And that is why I said there are no mistakes. Kim Kardashian doesn't accidentally upload. No, Meghan Markle kicked off. And I just want to add this picture to the screen because Meghan and Harry are going to a party with Kris Jenner and Corey Gamble. Corey Gamble, who pretended he was a tour manager for Justin Bieber, but I really don't buy that. Whilst our actual royal family are doing amazing work, around the globe, as we've seen with William. And this is the kind of party that Harry and Meghan are going to and then asking not to be photographed. You are nuts, Harry and Meghan. So let's have a look at this piece because this is very much, I'm going to read it to you as well, guys. This is from inside Camp Kardashian and she is not happy because you do not tell Kim Kardashian what to do, ever. And so to put this in context, there are over 8 billion people in the world. The Kardashian and Jenner family have 2 billion combined followers across all social media platforms. That is 14.8% of the world follow them. And Meghan said, take down my picture. And I always like to come to this fairly, I'm not someone that says the narrative is written in stone. I always take things on a case-by-case basis. But Meghan Markle, you've just outdone yourself. You really have excelled yourself in what I would say stupidity at this point. So Harry and Meghan's photogate leaves Kardashian clan upset. Sussexes demanded not to be pictured inside Kris Jenner's 70th birthday party before mystery deletion. The furor over deleted pictures of Meghan Markle and Prince Harry inside Kris Jenner's party has allegedly upset the Kardashians and won't be easily forgiven. In Hollywood, it was claimed today. Candid photos of the Duke and Duchess of Sussex cozying up to the birthday girl and Harry sashaying towards her on the dance floor on Saturday night in Beverly Hills. But hours later, they were all mysteriously scrubbed from social media by Kris Jenner and Kim Kardashian, who had shared them with their millions of Instagram followers. Okay, before I read the rest of the article, I want to tell you that this is very clever what the Kardashians have done because they didn't say anything. It's not us. No, Meghan, it's absolutely fine. We'll bury her. This is so smart because nothing comes back to them and it's a source. But this is the Kardashians. So let's read the rest of the piece because it says, the Duchess of Sussex did not wear a poppy to the party because they are not widely available in America. Well, we've debunked that, so that's a porcupine. Unlike in Commonwealth countries, sources close to Meghan told the Daily Mail, Harry, meanwhile, had one pinned to his tuxedo, which he obtained after donating to the appeal during his recent visit to Canada, where he met with some of the country's oldest veterans. Hang on. Have I gone too far? Oh, sorry, insiders. I've gone too far. Bear with me. Right, here we go. Let's pretend you didn't see that. Boom. Okay. People magazine, the Sussex's preferred publication in the US, has claimed that Meghan and Harry asked that no photographs of them inside the James Bond-themed party were published. A source close to the Kardashian camp has said they are baffled and angry, given the Sussexes were happy to be pictured inside the baby-to-baby gala hours before the bash, where they posed with friend Serena Williams. Another Daily Mail source in LA has confirmed that Harry and Meghan are believed to have ticked no on a photo consent form before attending the ball thrown for Jenner by Jeff Bezos and Lauren Sanchez at their $165 million estate in Beverly Hills. Let's just pause. You go to a Kardashian party and you tick no to being photographed. That's like going to McDonald's and expecting organic, healthy food. You do not go to the Kardashians' party and not want to be photographed. And let's just have a look at. She couldn't wipe the smile off her face walking in there. She wanted to be. She did. Oh, where have I gone? Sorry, guys. She wanted to be pictured. Of course she did, because that's why she's there. Because it's currency. Raise your currency, raise your fame. This is explosive. And I don't say that. You have not heard me say explosive frequently. Let's go back to this. Drop any questions in the chat as well, guys. So, okay, hang on. Miss Jenner's Instagram post, Party Roundup, showed a series of pictures of her with the couple. Her daughter, Kim Kardashian, shared a photo of herself posing with Meghan, but these were later deleted, reportedly due to the Sussexes' consent form. A California based source told the Daily Mail today that Miss Kardashian is fuming. This is brilliant. Another expert said that Harry and Meghan have risked losing support from Hollywood A-listers that they need now more than ever. Correct. Kim was like, you've already been papped outside and you were at the baby to baby event the same night being photographed like Meghan Trainor and Paris Hilton. So what's the problem? The Mail's source said, adding, Kim is peed off. The Mail source, Kim. Joke. The Daily Mail has contacted representatives for the Sussexes, but they've all left or been fired. Joke. I'm just ad-libbing at this point. Miss Kardashian and Miss Jenner. And then it goes on to talking all about the poppy, but we don't care about that. We care about how Meghan has blown up her, well, I can't really say Hollywood career because we've also on this channel gone through it calmly and with evidence to actually prove that there's nothing left. So Meghan has basically blown up any last possibility she had in Hollywood. And she's probably back there just doing that to the strawberries for some more scam jam. And it's like, oh, no one's bought the scam jam. Right. Can you put that sold out label on it, please? Another point I want to make for you insiders is I told you as well that Harry and Meghan were very hypocritical to be hanging out with the likes of Bill Gates and Mark Zuckerberg because they have been hugely vocal about, well, everything, but the whole social media agenda and censorship and how damaging it is. And then there was a story that came out that said they felt slightly hypocritical because, they were mixing with these people. Well, you are hypocrites. We've seen that. Right. Drop your questions in the chat, guys. And while you're doing that, I want to read this to you. So let's just put these two little grifters up. Not a fan of these either. Would love to know what you think. Because we've also been through and discussed how Bill Gates went and met Epstein after his first time in jail, 3 years after it was proven that he had solicited a minor for prostitution. So, not a fan of Bill Gates, to be honest. A little bit shifty. And the worst thing you can do with celebrities is bring all of this up when they don't want it out in the public domain because they're paying thousands of pounds for a publicist. Sorry, Lauren the Insider and the Insiders are here to make sure that no one forgets these things. So this is what I wanted to read to you. Harry has been quite blunt about the business model of social media companies. He said that the platforms are making unimaginable money from our time, our attention, and our information. These are historical ones that I've pulled up, but there's a very, very simple explanation or way in which you could move forward, Harry. Don't be on them. Your wife's on them, but she's turned the comments off because she doesn't want to live in the real world. He's also argued that the digital landscape is unwell. Oh, this reminds me of when Meghan used the word groundswell. Social media platforms and their leaders are described as insanely powerful by Harry. Meghan has addressed her personal relationship with social media, saying she turned off comments for accounts for the sake of self preservation and because she recognizes not everyone comes to her page to read negativity. So she does know she's not blind to the fact that she's not very popular. And together they've talked about how social media platforms facilitate the spread of disinformation, the normalization of hate, and the erosion of truth. I don't understand why they're making it their problem. Anyone would think that someone's funding a corporate agenda or a political agenda for them to push. I don't know. Let me know in the comments what you think, guys. Right, let's go. Give me your comments. Okay, Maria G. Timu Duchess is her own worst enemy. Maria, I feel like Timu Duchess is the best name. I am going to use that in future. Okay, let's go. Okay. Zix, is that how you say it? Actually, that is so clever, getting 2.2+ billion eyes on her marmalade and wickless candles. They won't sell. And I loved the Link Lauren piece that he did about the wickless candle. You just couldn't make it up. Mystified says Harry had to wear a velvet tux because William wore one at Earthshot. Yeah, I did think that was very strange as well. Susan, it's alleged Bill Gates' wife divorced him over his shenanigans with Epstein. Well, Bill Gates' now ex wife did do an interview where she stated that his close friendship with Epstein and well, his friendship was part of the reason. So maybe we should do a deep dive on that. Okay, let's see what Pat says. I love your hair, Pat, by the way. That ombre, is it ombre? It's very nice. You know that Megxie was just so horrified that she looked so drab and boyish next to every single one of those other women who were beautifully attired and glamorous. You raise a good point. Anne, Harry is in big trouble with his court case starting in January as well. Anne, so I was following what Paula M has been saying on this because she has followed it super closely. So she's a good one to look at for the court case. Abby H. The Harkles need to parent their kids by not letting them use social media instead of impeding our rights. Abby, I totally agree with you. And there was a quote from Prince William recently where he said that if he did get Prince George a phone, it would be when he started secondary school and it would be one without internet access. Thank you, William, giving us more signs that A, you're like us, B, you are incredibly smart, and C, you're nothing like your brother. So Prince William has come at this at in a really smart way because you can't change the fact we're in a digital world. But as a parent or a grandparent, you have the ability to be the parent and the grandparent and be in charge. And that's what the majority of people do. But Harry and Meghan want to parent us. No, thank you. I'm fine. I've got a mum. My mum's great and telling me what to do. AD Cakes, it's all about control with narcissists, from husbands to royal family to photos of her children. This is an interesting point, and what you will see as well when it comes to Meghan and Harry is it's always someone else's fault, and this is exactly what you're saying. Because every time I debunk something and I come on to say whether it's about Emily Robinson and the story they spun about her leaving the PR team, or whether it's about, there's so many, but Netflix, there's always spin. And this is what PR is. It's spin. It's the whack-a-mole. Let's put it all out. Well, no, insiders, let's bring it all back up. Let's have a look. I had an extra coffee today, so I've got a bit of a spring in my step. Okay, W. Davies, do you think Harabel demanded the photos to be taken down because of his secret deal with the king to go low profile? No, I don't. And I'll tell you why. You don't, even if there was no photos inside of this party, you don't go to a Kardashian Jenner party thinking any part of that is private. There is not a part of their lives that they don't monetize. They are incredibly media savvy. You will often see pap shots everywhere they go. I would argue some of them might be retouched. But you never go to an event like this thinking that you'll go under the radar. But it's interesting that it looks like Meghan wanted to control the narrative, which we hear a lot. Okay, let's have a look. Okay. Maureen, I have a question, Lauren. Harry has donated 1 million to children in need. Is there any way of checking, verifying it has actually landed in the children in need account? I tell you what, that is what I will do tomorrow. Let me take a picture of your question now on the live and I will get onto that because I think that's a really oh wait, no, it's fine. Sorry, I thought I'd unplugged my mic. Hang on. Right, there we go. I've taken a picture of that. That is a brilliant question. And often, I'm not obviously not saying this about Harry, but a lot of people say things and then who checks on them? Is it the corrupt mainstream media? No. So leave that with me, caller. I'll get onto that for you. The Kardashians are Meghan's idea of royalty. Harry was merely the door opener royal. That is quite true. Paula, loving your hair. Thank you. Deborah, I say they're being funded. That's the one thing they're steadfast on. So, on this point, to me, it does look like they are being funded. And the reason I say that is because they're heavily pushing kind of corporate tech agendas that are going into political arenas almost. And so they don't have a business in social media. So for that makes my alarm bells go off. And then you think, well, they seem to, on the surface, they're doing lots of things with Archwell, but I'd like to know how much of the funds that are running through the foundation are directly going to causes, what percentage is going to the running of Archwell, you know, what's the ratio? That is what I would like to see. I'll take a few more questions before I go. Oh, there's so many. There's 2,758 people on this live. That is amazing. Thank you, insiders. Yes, Mystified has said Archwell is pushing censorship, and this is what makes the antennas go off. Little bit weird. They gate crashed Kris Jenner's party. No, they didn't gate crash. You can't, I'd love that to be true, but you can't gate crash Jeff Bezos's $165 million mansion in Beverly Hills. And I would imagine it looks like people are just getting out of the car and almost Jeff's house is just on the side of the street. I would remember that they probably had a pap by the front door. Do you know what I mean? I don't think it would have just been like, oh, we've got to walk up the steps, get into the house kind of thing. Let's have a look. Oh, I love this. Marissa, hell hath no fury like a Kardashian woman scorned. Say goodbye to Hollywood. Say goodbye, Meghan. This is it. And let's just take this opportunity to recap, okay? Because we've gone through a lot that and exposed Meghan. The jam, not sold out. The wine only ships to America, not a global brand. Emily Robinson left recently after 3 months, despite the fact Meghan and Harry issued a press release about her very hire to Forbes and PR Week. You wouldn't do that for a 90-day hire. Then what else is there? The Netflix deal, Again, I bought you that exclusive insiders. I said that there was this big story about, oh, Meghan and Harry, they've renewed, or Meghan's renewed. No, it was a clause in the original contract which gives Netflix first rights on any future projects. Netflix will be like, nah, no thanks. You didn't make the top 300. We're out of pocket. No, thank you. And no, we don't want your jam, Meghan. Let's have a look. Linda, do you think they asked for the photos to be taken down so Meghan can sell the photos themselves for a lot of money? No, I don't. I think that in Meghan's mind, look, I'm giving you this based on my insights, but I think Meghan can't deal with hierarchy and is a micromanager by her track record. So the very fact that she wasn't in control of that, celebrities, it becomes intoxicating. So she might have said, well, I wanted to be the first picture, or, oh, why am I slide 4? They live in a different world, I'm telling you. Very strange. Diane, love your videos. Thank you, Diane. Love your chihuahua. I've got a chihuahua. Looks a bit more like a corgi, though. He's a little bit fat. Mystified. Meghan is a control freak. Yes, I would say that. Who's that? Hang on. Sorry, I'm just going through all these questions. There's so many. Mo says she probably couldn't control responses to pick and didn't want others to see them. All the Kardashian Markle crew got together to draw more attention to all. No, you don't. You don't take a picture down. Kim wouldn't do that. Everyone said, oh, is it because of the poppy? No, this is, as I told you like 3 days ago, I'm so happy that there's like a record so you can go back and see that my insights are spot on for you, because if I didn't know it, I wouldn't tell you. And this is because Meghan kicked off. And she's terrific at screwing everything up. Gareth, the Kardashians are the queen and kings of Hollywood. No one can step on their toes. That is true. Right, let's take one more question before we go. There's now 2,857 people. Hit the like button, guys. I would really appreciate it. If you are not subscribing, please subscribe. And I will do a video on this as well afterwards. It's just nice to come out and hang out with you all. This is the comment of the show. Maureen, Meghan even failed at attending a party. What an achievement. Yeah. Richard, this is a great point. It was because no photoshopping was done before release. Okay, so Richard, on this point, I have said consistently that Meghan Markle highly curates all of her content. And you can tell that because it's so, the photo shoots, everything. And I'm not saying it's good, but when you don't have your own photographer, someone else has taken a picture and you're not in control, they don't like that. This is an really interesting comment. Okay, May said, HG Tudor commented that Meghan was completely out of control of the pics. Pick-ups at the party, and Harry was asked for selfies and not her. She would have lost the plot after the party and wanted them down. Yeah. And the thing is, you do not mess with the Kardashians. I remember when I was working with someone that was on that show, they said, if the Kardashians or the production crew say they want to film with you in the middle of the night and give you 3 minutes notice, and I'm not saying they do this, but I'm just giving you an example. The person said, you do that. Yes, whatever you want, we will do. And so we also didn't see Meghan or Harry with Tyler Perry, which I think is really, really interesting. Now, Tyler Perry has also had some recent bad press, so they could have been avoiding him on purpose. But there is a general feeling around them in Hollywood that they're not easy people. Everything is other people's fault, and they very much live in a detached reality. And that's not me gossiping. That's me looking with my own eyes and looking at the track record of everything that's happened. Shauna, I know, I know. Your books are wonky on the shelf. I know, and it drives me nuts. Don't worry though, because I've spent today creating 2 other backdrops for it because they were doing my head in and I just couldn't straighten them up, to be honest. Right, let's have a look. Susan, I think it's all about money, isn't it? If you control the photo, you can sell it and make the money, but if someone else has the photo, you don't get paid. Interesting point, but I do think it's about controlling the narrative because they're obsessed. Oh, hang on. Right. Carrie, I can't see anyone wanting anything to do with these losers anymore. I agree. I mean, can you imagine? Can you imagine what Princess Catherine and Prince William are doing? They're probably sat down having, a nice hot chocolate with the fire on, maybe reading the paper or playing a game of backgammon or Scrabble. And then because they've got phones, they'll get the notification or, they'll see, oh, something's come up. We thought they couldn't get any worse, but they've surpassed themselves now. They must be absolutely mortified because let's also not forget how the Kardashians came to fame. There was a lot of controversy around Kim Kardashian's father, Robert Kardashian, who represented OJ Simpson, and there was all of that debacle. And then there's been the fallout the Kardashians have had with Caitlyn Jenner. There's been every single part of their life they've monetized and exploited. And then there's obviously Kim's sex tape that was leaked, apparently. I mean, I know what I think on that. They like to be very scantily dressed. I mean, one of the launches that Kylie Jenner did, she literally just marinated herself in oil and almost just had a piece of string over her. I'm a bit prudish. I thought that was quite a lot. But this is not, you know, this is not what you want Prince Harry mixing with these people. And I say that from a point of damage limitation. Charles has brought Harry back into the fold to some degree because we know that Charles is not well. And so if we work back, he's trying to dot the I's and cross the T's. But Harry, you've outdone yourself this time, pal. Gareth, yes, I have had my hair cut shorter. Thank you for noticing. Right, let me take another question. Yeah. Karina, they were not invited to the Bezos wedding, and that was a catastrophe. But Meghan is coming to Oscars and Met Gala. Yes, working as crazy to get invitation, and she wants to be Bond girls. It's all, do you know what as well? I don't know if anyone else thought this, but I looked at the pictures and I thought, that looks like a really crap party. It doesn't look fun because everyone's just like, who are you? Who are you? It's like the oxygen for them. It's like they can't breathe unless they're next to someone who's as famous as them or more famous or as rich or more rich or powerful. And I don't think any of them actually properly have proper conversations. It's all superficial and they don't live in the real world. A lot of them don't live in the real world. But yeah, you go in as Meghan Markle to a room like that. And what are you going to talk to Kim about? Oh, Kim, how did you scale up Skims? Or how does it feel to be the most successful reality star in the globe? And yeah, it's great. So Megan, where can I buy your jam? My jam? Oh, you can buy it on my website. Oh, no, I know I can buy it on your website, but have you got licensing deals? Are you selling it in numerous territories, or can I get your wine? I'd like to send it to some friends in England. No, it's just America. Oh, right. How did Netflix go? Oh, didn't make the top 300. They're not on the same planet. So, insiders, that is just a cheeky little live. I've got lots of content coming over the weekend for you. I've got some big, big interviews. I recently just put one up about, is King Charles a Muslim? Has he converted to Islam? I spoke to Bishop Kai, who had a meeting with King Charles recently. Not recently, sorry, had a meeting with King Charles, and he told me recently what happened and what his thoughts are. So if you are not um, aware of that video, please go and like it. And yeah, please keep coming and supporting the channel. I am so honored that you come to my channel. I never take it for granted. And I know that there are lots of content creators out there. And I hope that you are noticing I'm really trying my best with the tech stuff. I'm trying. And you will see in the video today, I think the production quality is a little bit better. But I'm just so grateful to all of you and to be able to create a channel that speaks for itself. Truth shines through when you give it space. And so that's what I want to do with this channel. I will keep doing it. And please keep your money in your back pocket. You're never going to ask me you're never going to hear me ask you to buy me a coffee.com or whatever that is. Don't buy me a coffee. Don't buy a membership to my channel. I'm never having one. I'm keeping it free. I had people contacting me saying, "Oh, we'll give if you run these ads, you'll get a percentage of sales." No, thank you. No, thank you. My insiders don't want that. They come to me for the truth. So I will continue to work around the clock to bring you what I believe you need to know. But you need to tell me what you want to hear. So reach out to me. X, you'll see my handle on the screen, or Instagram. Let me know, because I think there's an amazing community building on this channel, and I am just so grateful for all of you. I always want to come on here and I don't want to just read news to you. I want to give you exclusive insights and help you work out what is going on. And we can have some fun as well. So yes, love you all. I really do. And my mum's on this stream. Hi, mum. Okay, guys, lovely to see you, and stay tuned for more content because there's a lot more exclusives coming.